Welcome back, everybody. I have made quite a bit of effort to not make another episode until I got the wings covered, because I've said I was going to do so many times. Here they are. You may be able to see from here, Gap 26 pitot probe installed. I have all the plumbing. Got plenty of pictures of that. Taken a ton of video I haven't even edited yet of me shrinking wrinkles and getting the fabric in place. Anyway, happy with the way it came out. No big mistakes other than the ones I talk about while I'm doing the editing. Pretty minor stuff. I have the next 4 days off, and we were originally going to go on vacation, but that's been canceled. So lucky me, I get to spend 4 days working on my airplane. So tomorrow, these wings are going to go to the airport. I'm going to put them on the airplane, do some posing, of course, with it, weigh the airplane, and move on to covering the fuselage. So enough of that. Welcome to episode 25. So to get you up to speed of where I'm at right now at this moment, this wing is covered top and bottom. I still need to wrap the edges, and I have to prime and then bond and rivet those aluminum strips out here for the wingtips. And then I also have the bottom layer on my left wing. So difference between right and left wings. The left wing has a pitot tube. I'm sure there's a million ways to do this. This is my Gap 26 probe that's installed. This funny looking bend arrangement in here. Believe it or not, if I get these gold fittings off of here, these will pull down through there for service. And then I have this service loop. I can actually pull it all the way out should I need to replace the probe or troubleshoot any leaks here. I'm going to use these nylon 66. It's all the hardware and the loops of the correct sizes to locate everything. And then I use several layers of silicone rescue tape everywhere it comes into contact, and I also did it here. And so every place I'm using this stuff, I wrap one of the tubes completely, and then I wrap them both together, so they're not actually touching. The tubing I'm using right here is part of the Avery EFIS installation kit. Word of caution, it says these are 25 feet long, which would have been just barely long enough to reach it to where I need it to, at least in my head. They're only 20 feet long, so it's gonna be short. It'll probably reach through the rear spar, like pretty much everybody runs this, and down behind the seats, at which point I'm gonna have to have a connection. All right, I'm ready to cover the top surface of this wing. I have gone over everything with a tack cloth, and then used isopropyl alcohol to clean the existing fabric. What I'm about to do is go along and make the marks for this edge right here on this wing, and then I'll put the tape, and then I'll be able to apply the adhesive. So I'll do the first coat of adhesive. It's already clean, so I'm trying not to touch it. First coat of adhesive, let that dry. I got some cleanup work to do on the ends, actually on both wings. What I really need to do is drag my sawhorses in here, take the wings off of the rotisserie, because this stuff is kind of in the way of getting that done.
Sometimes I feel like I'm riding that line, a selfish man keeping others in mind. I give the shoes off my feet and the shirt off my back. The past few years I can't get nothing to last. I changed the way I see my days. Too much time running with nothing real to say. 10 years I'd like to sit back and say I took every shot, I played every stage. I'd like to go back when I knew no shame. I'd like to go back for everything changed. I'd like to go back when you knew my name. Well, I can't stand these growing pains. So I tied myself down the job and a girl. Tried my hand at the normal world. I still run back to those wilder days. We'd laugh and drink until the sunrise came. Still bumming cigarettes on pocket chain. Still calling up the boys, no big plans those days. I'd like to go back when I knew no shame. I'd like to go back for everything changed. I'd like to go back when you knew my name. Well, I can't stand these growing pains. I'd like to go back when I knew no shame. I'd like to go back for everything changed. I'd like to go back when you knew my name. Well, I can't stand these growing pains. I'd like to go back when I knew no shame. I'd like to go back for everything changed. I'd like to go back when you knew my name, and I can't stand these growing pains. I'd like to go back when I knew no shame. I'd like to go back for everything changed. Yeah. I'd like to go back when you knew my name, and I can't stand these growing pains. No.
And just like that, they're gone. So they're over at the airport on my airplane. I'll take you over there in just a second. On a more personal note, this is the last time you're going to see this garage, either inside or out. We have just listed our house to sell. It's a great home in a terrible neighborhood. So I spend a lot of time editing out sirens and gunshots. It's time to go. So thankfully I have a hangar that I can complete this build in, and it's about time to do that anyway. But it's been super convenient, as I've said before, to be able to have a garage next to your house with airplane parts in it so that you can follow that mantra of get something done every day. Whereas 10, 12 miles away across the toll bridge, it's a little bit harder and you're always forgetting tools. So I'm going to fix that by packing up all the tools in here in the shelf, cleaning this place up for once. It's a huge dump right now. And all future operations are over there. So that's out of the way. Let's go look at the airplane. So my youngest son helped me yesterday. We put the wings into a 26-foot U-Haul truck because that was the smallest thing they had that was long enough to fit wings. Got the wings on there with the struts and then pushed it back in the hangar so I could get the truck back. And this morning I went over there. Again, that's what you're looking at now is we wheeled it outside to get some pictures, and of course it was raining, so I couldn't spend much time on it. Pushed it back in, and then I weighed the airplane, which is just a little FYI thing. It's nothing definitive here. There's lots of parts missing still. Just kind of seeing how it's going. I haven't even totaled up what the scales say yet. What's kind of funny, because I had one wingtip on, as you'll see in the pictures, and it was rain enough. I just bagged it and put the airplane back in the hangar. When I weighed it, the right wheel showed 20 pounds heavier than the left, which didn't make any sense. I hung the other wingtip on while the airplane was in the hangar, and it leveled out. It's within a couple pounds. So it just shows the lever arm effect of having something so far out of the wingtip. Anyway, a great place to stop for this episode. Reach that milestone, get those wings covered. Of course, they're just on the airplane temporarily. Now I need to find a creative way to store them while I cover the fuselage. These rotisseries, I want to say I'm done with them. They are a little bit long and cumbersome to be able to wheel in the hangar. It was kind of a hassle when it was in there before, but I also had a Citabria, so maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking, but anyway, got to store the wings for a little while I get the fuselage covered. So that is it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Leave any comments or questions down below. It helps me fine tune what kind of stuff I put in here. We'll see you next time.